Yeah, let's talk about, I guess, the last story of today. This guy. Oh my god. All right. Okay, so I dislike MIZKIF. I dislike him. All right, I'm gonna be perfectly honest and blunt. I straight up do not like MIZKIF at all. All right, I don't like the guy. I think he's a complete loser. He's a pussy. Fuck this guy. And I think I've made my feelings perfectly clear on the channel before when I first covered the situation involving him and Emiru, but I gotta give him props. This video kind of changed the tide a lot, or changed the tide when it came to the story. He actually showed a lot of evidence and context for what happened between the two, and I gotta say, some of it is pretty damning. Again, I recommend watching this video in its entirety. Honestly, I recommend watching it because there's a lot of stuff here that is very interesting. But I'm going to go over some stuff that I find particularly interesting. So, one of the things that Emru said that she wanted to do and talk when she talked about the situation was she wanted to put a restraining order on MIZKIF. Well, that hasn't happened. And typically, restraining orders and even temporary ones are done pretty fast. Both in Cali and Texas and really almost anywhere. And keep in mind, this happened months ago. So already there should be a restraining order on this guy, especially because this guy has been talking about her nonstop. Well, here's the truth.
It is not in her first reply. She has not produced one or any as of today, roughly 8 months later. After she announced it, there is still no restraining order or protective order of any kind against me that has appeared in Texas or California. My own attorney has received none, and the people who follow the case closely, watching for any filings of any type, have also found none. And the timing is the whole point. In both states she named, an emergency order is built to be fast because it's meant for people in real danger. In California, a judge can grant a temporary restraining order the same day you apply, with a full hearing set just 21 to 25 days later. In Texas, a judge can grant a temporary ex parte protective order the same day on a finding, a clear and present danger, with a hearing within 14 days. Someone who genuinely needs protection can have a temporary order in hours, not months. She said that she was already in the process in October 2025. 8 months later, there is nothing. She also told her audience that my lawsuit was a bluff, that I couldn't win. In nearly the same breath, she predicted that I would sue her and waved it off in advance as meaningless. She put, and I quote, "I would not be surprised if he tries to sue me for the stream that I did today and for coming out about him, not because he thinks that he would win, but for PR reasons, like a slap lawsuit." Interesting. So on camera, she was sure of two things. A restraining order was already on the way, and that my case was baseless. It was a PR stunt that I couldn't win. Neither of those things have held up. There's been no restraining order or protective order that has ever appeared in Texas or California. And the judge who reviewed her motion to throw my case out recommended the opposite, that it moves forward. She told her audience I could not win. The court let me proceed. So here's the part that she leaves out about the party. Simply, whose party it was is one of my closest friends. We lived together for years. And at the time...
Oh yeah, so this was something. So before we get into the story, so yeah, interesting how there's been no restraining order. And keep in mind, if there was a restraining order, he would not be talking about her constantly 24/7 in his live streams. And from what we just seen with the bricks and minifigs, a restraining order can be done pretty fast. So I find that interesting. But there was another situation that he brings up, was where Emru claimed that he was stalking her and that he had seen her after the breakup. Well, apparently that was it was at a party, and not to mention, it was a mutual of theirs. And obviously, when you have a friend that is also friends with the other guy, there's a good chance he's going to be invited. It's just going to happen. I've been in some instances of those, and where I was friends with someone where I'm no longer friends with them. However, we do share mutuals. That's just life. So this is him actually going into detail about that.
We were going through our both breakups and dealing with our own problems. When I got back from Japan, he is the one who invited me. I was not there to find her. While Simply was giving me a tour of his house, I opened the door, I saw 4 OTK members sitting there in the corner, and closed it. That is the whole opening the door moment that she describes as me stalking her. I want that to sink in, that is what she described as stalking. Moment she describes a tour of my best friend's house is me stalking her. In my own text from that night, prove it.
So I can actually...
in real time. I messaged Extra Emily asking why everyone was upstairs, what the group in the corner was about, and what was going on. I thought that they were making another version of OTK, and I got worried. An extra Emily just told me to basically not worry at all. That was it. And she somehow labeled that as stalking. In May,
So this I can actually kind of believe, because there are in some instances where, like, if you're not good with someone, you would walk into like and you see them at a place. Like, say you open the door and you're like, oh shit, you're here. Never mind. Bye. Simple as that. You're not gonna relitigate everything or argue with them on the spot. Like that. The fuck. If they catch you off, if you see someone that you're not in good terms with and catches you off guard, you're gonna dip. You're not gonna immediately confront them. At least, hopefully not, unless you're fucking unhinged and you really hate them. Then that's your own problem. But I kind of believe that. I kind of believe that he just popped in, saw who was there, and dipped. Especially if it was also a group of people that he's time and time again said that he doesn't like. So, yeah, I don't blame him. And also keep in mind, this was at his friend's house. He's not going to start a fight at a friend's house.
May of 2025, 5 months after we broke up, I sent her a long message by her own account on her own stream. She received it and sat with how to respond until her friends told her it had to be AI. She said, and I quote, I had someone send me a massive apology message and I wasn't sure what to respond. I showed a couple of friends and they were like, this is literally ChatGPT.
I had someone send me a massive apology message, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to respond, so I showed a couple friends and they were like, Emmy, this is literally ChatGPT. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm not responding.
You could put it back into ChatGPT and be like, is this?
Yeah, no, they did, and ChatGPT said it's probably ChatGPT.
This is obviously
ChatGPT is fucking stupid.
About me because we were in a relationship the entire time that ChatGPT has existed. This was months before she even went public with an accusation. You do not consider how to respond to the person you say sexually assaulted, abused you, and stalked you. The only thing that stopped her was that her friends decided that my words were too well written to be mine. Think about that. I would like to now talk about the abuse claim that emiru tried to hint at on her stream. Here's the truth, in my own words.
So this is actually rather interesting.
I have never hit emiru. The one physical thing that ever happened was an accident. I had a habit of tossing my phone onto my bed, and one time it bounced off the mattress and caught her in the eye, and it left a bruise. I felt terrible about it. I apologized immediately. I stopped throwing my phone that day, and we moved past it. That is the only time I ever hurt her, and it was not on purpose. What makes that more than just my word is that, at the time, her own account matched it in 2022. When she had the bruise, she did not call it abuse to anyone. She called it an accident both publicly and in private. In emiru's best friend at the time's chat room.
So this is actually something that he actually I will point out that is kind of odd. So he brings up the phone situation. So earlier, if you remember, ladies and gentlemen, he had brought up how he brings up this, but he never addresses the other stuff of him punching holes in the wall or smashing stuff. He doesn't ever bring any of that up. Doesn't really address any of that, because that was one of the claims that was brought up, and he even I believe he also confirms this happened, and in his other response, the first one he made to when she came out with everything, he never addresses the punching in the whole wall. Instead, he kind of compares and says, well, yeah, I was punching walls and throwing shit, but hey, she threw her stuffed animals at me, which I'm like, bro, that's not the same fucking thing. So yeah, while it is interesting that he's, while this has kind of changed the tide a bit, into MIZKIF's favor, there are still some things that haven't really been fully explained yet, and that's probably because the lawsuit is again still ongoing. Let's see.
Are we really running defense for the MIZKIF guy now?
Oh, there you are.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. All right. emiru obviously is an emotional piece of work, but I refuse to believe anything that comes out of this dude's mouth. This whole rewriting the narrative of, well, I threw my phone onto the bed, it bounced and it hit her in the eye. Oh, brother, please shut the fuck up. You're an aggressive person. You have emotional problems.
I'm not denying that. But I mean, some of the stuff that he has shown is kind of.
Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong.
It has kind of shifted the tide a bit, where she's not just a helpless victim. Also, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, ladies and gentlemen, Nerdy John and Simpman were gonna join. Obviously they were gonna join at some point. I just didn't know when. I don't know if I said that, but yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Simpman's here with me. So yeah. Anyways, you fucking scared the shit out of me. I forgot I was in the Discord.
I tried to hint.
Yeah. I'm not even looking at chat. Were you in the chat? No, you weren't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad. I don't have chat pulled up. But
Super.
oh fuck. Yeah, no, like here's the thing. I'm not saying entirely that this absolves MIZKIF of everything, but like it's just
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
there's definitely some evidence though from the some of these text messages uh that he has shown that it wasn't that he wasn't 100% the monster. There's definitely some stuff that Emru has been what is it, hiding or kind of
Mhm.
misconstrued. I'm not denying, I'm saying that's what's happened. I do think there's still some stuff that MIZKIF has to explain. Like for one, punching the fucking holes on the wall, him being jealous of what is it, her getting more viewers than him, and also what the
Yeah,
fuck does he care about her posting on her Instagram or Twitter, you know, wearing cosplay, revealing outfits? Like at the end of the day, that's her
that was
job.
always something that she did
Yeah,
before you
that's
even got into a relationship, so you knew this well in advance.
yeah, that's something I'm sorry, but that's like how she gets the clicks. That's how she gets her audience. That's her targeted audience. Like she's
Mhm.
not, as much as I hate to say it, when you're entering a relationship with someone like that, they're not really going to cut their source of income unless you're really fucking rich, which considering this economy, good luck. So yeah, it's just I'm sorry, but there's definitely, I'm not saying he's 100% innocent, but there's definitely some stuff he needs to answer. But so does Emiru, and I don't think we're gonna get any of that. Not yet, anyways.
Oh
Not yet,
yeah.
anyways. She doesn't want
Oh
to talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Asmongold's definitely not gonna talk about it. He went on and stated that he's not going to.
Mhm.
Is there any part you want to point out in this video on your end, Sitman? That you wanna?
I just like, I really just do not want to listen to him like fucking like talk about like, you know, obviously things being misconstrued about him. Like obviously, I already knew that there were going to be things from Emiru that were going to need to be justified, obviously from her end.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of a sudden, like, you know, I'm also then like seeing today because I've been out of it. I saw that they put out a what was that? They did. He exposes Asmongold for using the N word.
Ah, yes, I do have that pulled up, so we can actually go over that real quick. There is some stuff I'll talk about in this video. Two things actually. Let's see where they hit. Okay, yeah. So MIZKIF. Oh, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually blocked by him. Fuck you, you piece of shit. Anyways, hey Asmongold, you gonna react to your Queen Emeru's 48 minutes of lies, or do you want to keep hitting on her saying how cool you are for using the N word as passwords at 33 years old? Let's be honest, everyone says the N word at any fucking age. The fuck? Emeru sent this to me in a screenshot years ago. A creative, huh? I'm not reading that. Like I'm talking really creative shit like that. Screenshotted, JK. At a certain point, he wasn't even the word anymore. Lol. Everyone knows I said it, don't worry. I I think I even have videos of me saying it. Really? Lol. Yeah, like I have super bad stuff online and no one cares. Lol. But Pokimane is a racist for her clips. But you don't try to act perfect, I guess. Yeah, that's why people hate her, not because of the words. It's the fakeness 100%. I feel like Miz is pretty much over the cancel stuff, but it's always going to be there, and he can't joke around with it. Like, I know he would cause OTK law or some shit. So, this is what she said about it on the
Damn.
subject matter.
Mhm.
Asmaru addresses the Discord leaked by MIZKIF. There was. Actually, I'll just play this. Oh, I gotta share my screen actually.
Yes, you have to say, could you share screen? Share screen, good sir.
And Nerdy John has joined the fray right when I'm close to ending stream, motherfuckers. Anyways, here we go. All right, join in the live. All right, is everyone in, boys?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, perfect.
Pretty serious and uncomfortable for a lot of people, so I was like, well, it's probably better if I just like talk about it and like show what happened, and then, you know, it doesn't change certain parts of it, but I was like, I should probably like show what happened. So, oh, music flag, oh, sorry. Hello, can you guys hear me now? No one reasonable cares. I don't think that's true. I mean, I would care. I would think that it's strange. Again, like, if you don't know what's going on, that's okay. Like, you can go look at it. I don't really mind. But so there was like a conversation that was posted by somebody, and I wanted to show the actual context of that conversation because it was claimed in the post that like, oh, we were like joking about a password or like flirting or something, which like that is not what happened at all. And I will show you guys, like, I'm not scared to show that at all. That is not what was happening. Doesn't change certain things, like I said, but I will show you guys. So this is like the first part of the conversation. You can feel free to read it. I'm probably not gonna read through it myself because like that would just take a while, but like you're free to screenshot it, whatever. So the first part of the conversation, we're talking about like streaming on Rumble, blah blah blah. And then I'm talking about, okay, so like this is like a bit, but I'm talking about how Rumble chat is bad because they don't have IP bans. So the context of this conversation is we were talking about crazy viewers, like horrible people in chat. So then I go on and I'm like, yes, it's horrible because people can just spam different accounts. And so I was talking about this guy who made multiple accounts to like harass people in the chat. And then he, Asmon, starts talking about one of Trainwreck's viewers and saying like, oh, Train had this viewer that was like insane, like weirdo racist. And so then I'm like, holy shit, like that's fucking insane, like that's fucking weird, like who does that? So that's the actual context of what's going on, is I'm reacting to this super fucking weird viewer, and like we're clearly talking about insane viewers, right? It was not his password. Like, you can clearly see there's no flirting happening here. But like I said at the beginning, I know like this doesn't change the context of like certain things in it, and like some people are still gonna feel uncomfortable about that, and I totally understand that. Like, I'm not cool with that type of language being used to people. Like, that's fucking awful. And I, like, looking back now, I don't like the way that I handled that at all. It was wrong. I don't like it. And but yeah, you guys can see this is like actually the context of what happened. It wasn't like, oh, my password is a horrible word. Oh, hee hee, that's so funny. Like, no, we're laughing about it. Insane weirdo. But anyway, I think it's very unfortunate that even though this is like solely on me, like this should, if anyone's gonna get criticized, obviously it should only be me. Of like, well, I mean, you know, of my friends. They have nothing to do with this at all. Like they have nothing to do with this at all. Reacting that way, whatever. That's totally fine. Like, I agree with you. That's fine. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I want to say. And I'm just gonna try to stream normally today, and I obviously want the best for those people. And
Okay, she just fucking rambles on. But yeah, I mean, this is, hold on, let me show it.
So like if I'm like unfortunately I have not been able to watch MIZKIF's video yet. So what did she like screenshot this and send it to MIZKIF?
Yeah, she
Is
did.
that how he had access?
She did, which, I mean, I don't really blame because, well, they were dating. Like, the fuck, I'm not really gonna hold that against her, which some people are in the comment section, but I mean,
Well, plus if it's in the context of like, oh my god, look at this funny part of our conversation, like,
Oh, or watch out for this weirdo or degenerate
yeah,
that's
it's
in
like if she was
Tremix community.
like it's not, I don't know. If I understand the context correctly and like at least listening to her explanation of it, it's not like it doesn't seem like she was shit talking MIZKIF. I mean, not MIZKIF, sorry, Asmond.
Yeah, no.
not really. I mean,
No, she's not. There's no like way for like to be clarification that she's like actually attacking asmongold here. But this does make me raise the question of why isn't MIZKIF showing the whole logs of everything? Because when she shows it, it obviously goes over it and tells us that this isn't about a weird password. It's constantly bringing up more of the consistently lying that comes from MIZKIF, which makes it really hard to trust him.
well, here's my theory. I think the reason why he only has, so this is a couple different reasons. Or actually, no, this is the one I'm coming up with. All right, my little pea brain is putting my two brain cells together. I bet you emiru either talked with him IRL or over the phone. They were having a conversation. She talked about what happened in this conversation, and she shows a screenshot to MIZKIF involving the username. You know, obviously, she would show that to him. And MIZKIF, being MIZKIF, probably misconstrued this and used it against her. That's honestly my theory.
Well,
I think she only showed him this. I don't think he has access to the rest of the conversation, so he took this screenshot and kind of twisted it in. That's my theory. Because there have been times where, say, if I'm having a conversation with someone IRL or even with a partner, and I say, hey, a friend of mine said this, or this happened between me and him. Do you want to see it? Oh, let me send you a screenshot. Boom. That's what I think. I don't think she sent this to him in real time. I think he sent it to her later. Judging especially from the time these messages. If I'm not mistaken, these messages are shown after like the time zone. See how it says like May 18th, 2024.
Mm.
That's shown after like a period of time after those messages have been sent, correct? Like after like a
Mhm.
month or two, that's when the timestamp starts showing. So I'm assuming she didn't send these to him when it happened, if that makes sense.
Also to like just to give like a like because again haven't been able to watch the video itself yet, but I know that Ms. Kiv's big thing about the whole situation is, well, she wanted me back. Actually, she wanted to be with me for the rest of her life, and I feel like that's not a really good gotcha against her, because this was obviously a very toxic relationship that the two had.
Mhm.
So like
Mm-hmm.
whoever leaves each other first, right? Whether it was him leaving her or she left him, vice versa. Usually, at some point during the no contact phase, or like the no or like the breakup phase, one or two of them is gonna try to like get back with the other one, right? Because it's like with toxic relationships, there's that need of dependency, unhealthy dependency on the other
Yeah.
one,
Like that's the
right?
thing, and that's the thing that
So
he shows in this video. Spoiler alert. I think it's like some point at everything. Yeah,
mhm.
no, 100%. It definitely was toxic. There was definitely moments where they went to each other's house. He shows those text messages, so she was still obsessed with him.
Yeah,
But the thing is that Emiru also showed how crazy MIZKIF was for her as well, which he doesn't really address. He mainly,
acknowledge.
yeah, he doesn't really like acknowledge. Maybe that he's saving that for part 2 or 3 or whatever, but he doesn't really address that either. He
And
shows
like,
her. Sorry, go on.
isn't he involved in the court case with her right
Yeah,
now? Is he allowed
I
to
think he
show
still
this?
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still is. Same with asmongold too, which is a separate thing. Which why he won't talk about it. I don't know why this idiot's trying to egg him on, but anyways.
Well, like he might have more of a case with like
Mhm.
the org situation, you know?
Yeah,
Maybe this is just personal
probably.
biases, but I don't see him like, again, not a legal expert obviously, but like I don't see him winning this, at least off like my personal opinion. I can see them maybe settling this out of court separately.
Yeah, because I think the Emiru situation is happening different from the OTK situation, but
Yeah,
and
separate lawsuit from what I
it's
understand.
so intermingled though with each other in a personal sense as well, which is why asmongold won't say anything, because I think by default Emiru is still involved, or at least when the lawsuit happened, was still involved in LTK. For a good last chunk of the video, he brings up and shows how he has lost his friends and like
people across the entire Twitch
connections
scene.
throughout
In
this
the
whole
year that
case,
people try to-
which
Well, that was MIZKIF's whole
I had a
thing, is
boys' night
that
with
like
NMP,
he himself wasn't talented, but he surrounded himself with talented people.
yeah,
Like that was his whole deal on like Twitch, was that like, oh hey, anybody could come through my door at any moment and be part of my live stream. You know, Emiru, like before anyone knew they were dating, was kind of like that.
pretty
So it's like,
much.
I'm sorry, man. Even if like there were moments in the relationship where like Emiru was like a bad person, you were still a piece of shit throughout that relationship. So if people don't want to associate with you because of you being a piece of shit by proxy, yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Like you fucking know this. You fucking played the game. You fucking ousted people when it was convenient for you. You fucking ousted train wrecks when you could, and that fucking exposed your fucking sex cover up, which is shocking to me that wasn't like everyone's first fucking red flag with you. It's fucking Hollywood over there, fucking mini Hollywood system. We're just like, we're gonna stay quiet about like the first sex scandal, and then like if you make another one, then we'll talk about it.
Like
and
that's
talk
the
about
thing
how
is
bad
like
it is.
all right, boo hoo, yeah, like everyone, like, dude, that's just in any fucking community. Like he goes on on a rant about what was it, Foosley or whatever. It's one of the e-girls, like Leslie something. Like,
Yeah,
are you really surprised that the people in your job are gonna, do that? They're just gonna cut you off without listening to your side. I mean, everyone in that. I'm gonna be honest, ladies and gentlemen. Here's
He
some
did
things you
it.
should understand. Anyone in that Twitch community, YouTuber live stream, They're all snakes. They're all out there for each other, all right? They don't really give a shit. Yeah, they'll act nice and friendly with you and like, oh, we click so well. Like, bro, it's all for views. It's all for clicks.
Oh
It's
my
all
god,
to
ooh,
bring
woo,
each
so
other.
cutesy.
All right? No one in that community is actually friends. They all have secrets and dirt and skeletons in their closet that they have each other. They all know. So really him doing here and saying, oh, they will cut me off and everything. Like, bro, you're just mad that they did the same they did the same shit to you that you did for other people. Like, get the fuck out of here. All right? All right.
Like,
It
the
was
dude
gonna
was more than
happen.
willing to cut people off when it was like convenient for him,
Yeah,
right? Because
like
he
the
was part of the
fuck?
fucking like he was part of the
Yeah.
fucking like, no, you shouldn't be a part of our community because you did X thing, and like X thing was like gambling, right?
Yeah. Like, it's
Yeah,
Well, the
yeah.
gambling,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. No, absolutely. So it's like, I'm sorry, MIZKIF, but this whole point, like, oh, I lost friends and everything, they were never your friends to begin with. The only reason you're doing this is
Yeah.
throw shade and hate at them, all right?
Yeah, everyone was fucking.
So-
Everyone in that space is just a like a chameleon, right? They'll adapt to their surroundings when need be.
Just- You could just say they're grifters. They're all just grifters.
Yeah,
as soon as somebody,
Grifters
as soon
is
as
overused now. Grifters is
nah,
overused.
oh god, you're trying to do mecha chameleon.
I would say
won't
leeches.
allow this.
Leeches more so. It's like leeches, not grifters, because
Listen.
I associate grifters more in a political sense.
Political.
Tipster! Than anything. I would say these guys are all leeches. 'Cause
I
they're
mean,
always...
if he's grifting, he's like committing to the grift because, like,
Well, at this point, it's not even a grift
she's-
anymore.
She's
He's
a trans woman right now.
Well, at this point, Tipster's not really a grifter. At this point, he's just lost his mind entirely, and it's just he's a
If you, I mean,
fat,
if you're
lonely
talking,
man.
if you're talking about when like he was trying to cozy up to like Andy Worski, yeah.
Oh, I also meant Keffels, because, well, I mean, Keffels blocked him and ditched him, and he tried defending everything.
Did
with
she
Keffels
block
and-
him? I don't think they're blocked. I think they're still
On
in
Blue
communication.
Sky or Twitter, one of the two, because he later confirmed, he's
No.
like, yeah, Keffels wants to distance himself from this, and so he blocked me and everything.
Yeah,
It's
from like the community,
Yeah,
not Tipster
it's like-
herself.
How good was that? Oh my god, this is another fucking streamer we're talking about Tipster. God damn it, I didn't want to get into this. Yeah,
we
of
can
course,
always weasel him in.
of course that bitch was gonna backstab you, you fucking piece of shit. Like, the fuck? The fuck you kidding, all right? We warned you. You just don't want to fucking concede. Anyways, fuck Tipster.
I mean, I
Stop-
have
stop
DMs
talking
with
about it.
Tipster. I can ask her right now. It's like, hey, not trying to bait drama, but
Did
are
you
and Keffel
actually-
still fri-
Did you actually... Is this pronouns actually her? Don't tell me they're actually...
Tipster's a trans woman now. Don't.
No shot. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to look into this chat. Anyways. You're fucking gaslighting me. I know he transitioned,
No.
like he changed his whole look, but no way is he actually considering changing his pronouns to her. Fuck off. Anyways.
If I'm misgendering them, I'll go gender neutral right now. But if I'm misgendering,
I know they're
them,
going
I'm
by
sorry.
they, them, but no shot. Someone get Reese on the fucking case, all right? Someone get Reese in here in the chat.
Hey,